This story is about a student called Sally and another one called Mario. Now Sally sees Mario, who's always alone in school. He sits by himself and sometimes he looks miserable and sometimes he doesn't really look miserable at all. He looks like he's happy to sit alone. He feels a little like an outsider and Sally wants to approach him. She wants to go up and say hello, but she feels a little awkward because when she does make eye contact, he sometimes avoids eye contact with her or looks at her blankly and looks away. She once even tried telling him a joke, but he didn't really respond. So Sally assumed that Mario doesn't like her or doesn't really want to interact with her, that he doesn't want to be her friend. When she sees him by himself day after day, she thought she'd try one more time. She smiled at him, and this time he met her gaze. So Sally was really happy. She thought she made progress. The next day she tried again. She smiled at him, said hello, and he actually answered her. It wasn't a very loud answer, but he sort of mumbled hi back to her. So Sally was really encouraged. She thought that she could make a difference. So after a week of doing this, of saying hello and smiling to Mario, and even sometimes at the end of the day saying goodbye, she invites him at lunchtime to sit with her. And Mario sort of wasn't sure what to do. The first day he didn't respond, but the next day when Sally invited him, he came up and sat with her. He didn't say anything at all throughout that lunch break, but Mario sat there and he felt included. And Sally felt good that she had made a difference, that Mario wasn't sitting alone that particular lunchtime. So the next day, Sally invited Mario to sit with her again, and he came and sat down. On the third day, after this routine, Sally said, Why don't you speak with us? Why do you sit alone every lunchtime? And Mario said to her, well, you know, I have autism. It's hard for me to speak to people. But at the end of the day, I am just like you. I'm just like all of you. And the autism, you know, it's just a part of me. It's like my hair, like my dark hair. And then it all made sense to Sally. Just because he found it hard to make friends didn't mean that he didn't want friends. It just meant that she had to make a little bit of an effort to include him, to invite him, to understand that he had a difficulty and that she could help him.
Created using Powtoon.